Hi guys, welcome to Bible Breakdown. We're doing Psalms chapter 95. This psalm is titled Worship and Warning. So although this chapter only has 11 verses, I wrote down one thing to kind of talk about the whole chapter. What I wrote was, it highlights the importance of worship for God and why we should be doing it for the Lord. In the same breath, there's a warning of what should be done and what has been done when hearing the voice of God. So just highlighting my first point where it says it highlights the importance of worship for God and why we should do it for the Lord. So in verse 1, it talks about how God is the rock of our salvation. So that's a point. And then in verse 3 to 5, it says, "For the Lord is a great God, a great King above all gods. The depths of the earth are in his hands, and the mountain peaks are his. The sea is his, he made it. His hands formed the dry land." So it's like he's the creator of everything. He is a great God, and he's a God above all gods. Gods, lowercase g. And then in verse 7, it also says, "For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, the sheep under his care." So it's like we are under his care, so we should worship him because he's our God. And then to my last point of what should be done and what has been done when hearing the voice of God, that is in verses 8 to 11. So what should be done is we should not be hardening our hearts, because verses 9 and continuing says, "Your ancestors tested me. They tried me, though they have seen what I did. For 40 years I was disgusted with that generation. I said, they are a people whose hearts go astray. They do not know my ways. So I swore in my anger, they will not enter my rest." So from that section, I kind of got like, when you harden your heart towards God, you're becoming arrogant and naive to the things that he's done, to the things that he says, to the things that he's trying to help you through. And it's also referencing the people that were in the wilderness testing God. So it's like when their hearts were hardened, it's like everything is misconstrued. I do want to point out that I love when God gives us key things to remember, especially when it's from the mistakes of the generations before us. It's like, listen, this is what they tried. So instead of you trying to do the same thing they did, this is your blueprint. I made this book as your cheat code. But seriously, we just need to listen to God and follow what he says, because he knows what he's talking about. He made the world. He knows what we need to do to go see him in the end. But that is all I have for you guys. That is the end of chapter 95. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for chapter 96. I love y'all. God loves y'all more. Have a great night.